Alright everyone, I went for a walk, but I couldn't record it like I told you before. But here's the proof of when I uploaded the videos, alright? Now, this here is my picture library, right, for today, 2018-01-17, right? Now, these here are the 4 videos I uploaded that I showed you on the camera. And again, they have different links too, right? And see, this here shows the timestamp again. And this one here is for 2 minutes and 16 seconds. This here is the other one for 2 minutes and 12 seconds. This here is the other one for 2 minutes and 33 seconds. And this here is where it all began. So again, that's from Mint today. This here is the camera shot, right? And another way to get to the videos, right? Now that's the camera down there on the floor, right? Now, that's because the camera that's on now is down there, right? I can take pictures with it too, right? Now, the whole point is, though, I can prove that my camera was fine and that I went to the store as well, alright? I can get my receipt because I went to Verizon, things like that. And like I said, that's all I can prove, that. I cannot prove who was in the house. But like I told you before, my next door neighbor, Thomas, was home. He's supposed to be the community watch leader. If he's not seeing this, he's lying. That's all I'm saying, right? He's covering for someone else. I don't know who. I don't know. That's all I don't know. And he's letting them do it to me, right? And it's either his wife who he's living with, or him. That's all I know. That's all you know. That's what also all I'll say, right? Now, again, here's another way I can show you the videos, right? By the PC. What's up? See, this PC pictures 2018-01-17. Right here. And again, I'm not gonna come home, do an hour and 35-minute video on my other thing, and then think to go on my walk again, which I just did. And then when I come home, then when I go to look and use the camera, the buttons are broken on the camera. Now that don't prevent me, silly, from uploading videos. What it does is it helps me delete the videos. Really, pretty much that's all it does, right? And move to the different videos if I want to watch them on the camera itself, right? But don't believe your own eyes. What? Don't believe your own eyes. Look who's back. Now here's Blue again. And listen to what he's saying, right? He's saying, no one was in your house, asshole, get over it. And this is what I'm going to tell him.
That's vandalism, asshole! You're not invited!
You were home.
You don't live
You
with me!
have
it, asshole!
cameras.
You are. You're not my type, obviously. You have a problem with real life people who are normal.
Alright, here I'm saying, you were home, you have cameras.
Like I didn't, it wasn't working when I got home.
Went
I don't know how to
to
use the damn thing. This is crushed. With a pin or something.
Right. Zone. And
you're not gonna stop me from
Walmart
videos anyway, goddammit. Now I just gotta buy another one, right? You think I won't, or ain't got the money to, asshole? You think you're gonna stop me from showing what an asshole you are when you're an asshole? You can't. And you know that's fucking crush. You know what I mean here, right?
well, just cause someone appears to be good to you, don't mean they're not two-faced to someone else, right? See, if he's good to you and mean to me, he's two-faced, right? You know what I mean? He started out nice to me too, but now it's getting more volatile, you know what I mean? Right? And like I said, here's my response. You were home, you have cameras, I went to Verizon and Walmart.
Even though I know it's cheaper, you're not getting
bye.
And I know I locked my door when I left. Meaning you still have a key, meaning you still stole my keys, meaning you just proven what an asshole you did. Alright, right there. And you're not invited in my house, you're not doing security right, Thomas, and you're an asshole. Or
Then he's saying, call the police, you won't because it never happened. No, I won't because you won't me to. I never do what an asshole wants me to do. Smart there too. Then he brings again the pedophilia. Name, like he's done this, the child who says I really molested her and fine. But you have no clue by crazy videos I post. What happened? That long ago, you are just judging, not proving. Yep. So yeah, alright. That's the whole point there too, right? See, he's still after me, right? But blaming me for not taking his side in it too, right? He wants me to tell you I could have molested a child. Well, I don't know even now, right? I don't even know when, right? I don't know in what manner I could have done that unless it was in some kind of sleepwalk flaction or something like that. I've never seen any evidence of me, to my knowledge, while awake during the day, where I even had the opportunity, or at night, to molest anyone, day or night, right? Ever. Now, when you're younger, yeah, before 18 maybe, I don't know. But when you get older, you learn not to do that shit, normally. Once you hit 18, you're no longer a child. That's why I was able to plead first offenders, right? In a way, too, because I was still under 18, right? And it was my first burglary charge, right? There, too. Going back to that. Now, one bad burglary charge does not mean you can blackball someone off your ship. Either. Because again, I don't lie about what I've been through. I don't have nothing to hide in that scenario because it was not just me. It was also my stepbrother involved with it too, right? Now again, so they say another thing. You only knocked up the black ones, dumbass. Which one? Why not the Filipino or the white girls too, right? It's stupid. I'm a positive. No matter how you look at it, I can get any female, regardless of race, pregnant. I don't do that, right? I don't rape people. You might be trying to set me up for something like that, but you can tell me no and I'll stop. I think you got the feeling, or get the feeling that'll happen, right? And like I said, when you play, you pay. It don't matter when. Now, only thing you can't do, like I said, is try to trick me into having sex with a woman. Period. Or a child, or a man. Because I'm celibate. Meaning I'm not having anything but a wet dream occasionally, right? Where I'm humping my bed or something, right? That ain't your business, but I'm just telling you that's all I would do, right? Even now. Not that I didn't probably hump the bed and then on the ship or something, right? That's because my shipmates are fucking with me that I'm gay. Here's a learn. Now the thing is, you're just vandalizing little shit, right? Thomas. And you can say all you want. You don't scare me. You gotta hit me first. I took martial arts, so when you throw a punch at me, I can kick your monkey ass in less than a minute. And you won't know what I'll do. I could kick you, I could kick you, I could karate chop you. But you won't know what I'll do until you throw that punch. Waiting for you, buddy. That's not a threat. It's only if you throw one at me. I'm not threatening to hit you at all. Right. You know the difference there, too. I'm warning you. If you try to hit me first, right, I will block you. I will counter you somehow. And I will kick your monkey ass. This monkey ass will kick your monkey ass. Not because you're black. We all have the rhesus monkey genes. I'm a positive, right? Rhesus monkey. You're all monkeys if you're anything positive. You know that, right? The positive is from a rhesus monkey blood type being in your blood type. You don't even know that, do you, dumbass? You just followed the crowd blindly. You don't even know why some people call you a monkey. But guess what? They're a monkey too. Now, the only ones who aren't monkey are the RH negative types. They're the true human being, by the way. Not you or me, not you or me. You don't even know that, do you, dumbass? You're just used to someone lying to you all the time and no one telling you the truth either. Who wouldn't do that shit to a child ever? And if one was to come on to him, he knows the first thing he's got to do is ask a appreciate of that and tell her mom, right? You can't prove I wouldn't do that, and I don't even know what you're talking about. No one showed me any clip where I know it was me licking the child's vagina in any way, shape, or form, right? I don't even know that. I don't know. Why? Because all I remember is certain facts, certain details, like anyone during my marriage to my wife, during my marriage to anyone, right? Now, I didn't even meet my stepdaughter until after 6 months. Then, Daphne's mom let her finally move in with us. But Daphne broke the deal with her mom, right? First, by starting to fight with me. Right? What did her mom think was going to happen, right? Daphne was breaking us up, Barbara. Right. And she succeeded. I didn't even have to. No. That's full of shit. That's full of shit. Because no one does that to your husband, Barbara. No one. At all. Unless she's wanting to break up with me. And that's not the first fight. The first fight, I couldn't even leave the room unless I picked her up or something, or hit her, right? She's blocking my way to the door. I have to pick her up manually and put her in the bed, right? To leave the room. Because I normally don't even argue like that at all. And when someone starts an argument with me like that, she didn't know what I would do, but she was probably trying to bait me to hit her, right? Trying to start a domestic violence charge or something, right? More than likely. But I knew that too, Thomas. And no one's going to tell you the truth if they're lying or have a reason to lie. But she admitted it on the video and y'all took it down. You took down the other channel because it's evidence against you. You think the few people who saw it don't know that, right? And I'm not trying to be popular. You're forcing the popularity, right? There too, if I am. At all. I don't care. I'm not doing this for popularity. This ain't about me and Daphne only. You're not the only one who tried to screw me over. Right? There were many. But I know it's also because of men that women screw over other men too, right? Vice versa. Whole point there, right? But see, the thing is, what? Only one trying to do someone wrong is someone from this end, right? Trying to do me wrong, right? Trying to piss me off, but I'm not letting them, right? Because I know what they're doing. Stupid. I've been through worse. And I can handle it all. And like I told you. There's more than one way to skin a cat. That proves someone's attacking you. When they should not be. At all. They're basing upon a he said, she said type encounter too, right? Where the only witness could be me or my ex-wife, right? If you're trying to say I molested her daughter, that's the point there, right? And we all know that. But it's still he said, she said without any DNA evidence I even had sex with her or really licked her personally, right? That's called a tongue. Tongue produces what? Saliva, right? That would be enough DNA evidence, if I did it like that, on her vagina, to take me to court. There too. If I really licked it or something, I don't know. Like he wasn't going to come back anyway when he did this shit, right? He keeps thinking, even though he's doing wrong, he's above the law. Not me, not you. That's like I keep telling you. When someone is attacking someone and they're surviving the attacks, who do you think is more paranoid, right? Now, them than me. Them or me? Them. Whatever they're doing to me ain't working how they want it to work, right? They're not getting the results they want, right? Ever really. Since they started this lot, right? Whole point to me entertaining you this way because they're trying to do something to me and it's not working out to their favor, right? And they know I know. They know you know. Point there too. See, this is a SIM card, right? It's another way to prove to what I'm saying about the camera and the video. Now, all three of these buttons are clearly broken, right? They're smashed so far in that you can't even press the buttons anymore as well. Now, this is a brand new camera, and I've been using it every day to do the videos too. And I showed you it before, right? Fine. Now, this here is the videos. I'm gonna upload them real quick. Import. And it'll take a few minutes, of course. Right? But it's the whole point too. Right? Now the reason there's only 12 is I keep having to delete the videos I uploaded of me walking up till he broke the camera. And you can see how broken it is, all three buttons. Right? And that's why I was going to Walmart to buy me some toilet tissue, right? I bought some toilet tissue, a couple of donuts, and things like that. And I still got the donuts. Stupid. I just bought them today from Walmart. See, here's the donuts, and one is white raspberry, one is chocolate raspberry. But I'm not attacking anyone. You're reverse stalking me, whoever you are, right? What that means is you're coming to my house and I'm not even interested in you anymore. But you're being paranoid, whoever you are, right? About a past relationship you must have had with me, right? I don't know that. Oh no. So here's the toilet paper I just bought too. From Walmart too. Let's see if I can find their receipt somewhere in here. But that's irrelevant. Because again, it's not to prove the person guilty beyond all reasonable doubt. It's just to prove someone did it, right? And only Thomas has the cameras to know who did it. And just because he's yelling at me, he didn't do it, don't mean he didn't do it, right? But you gotta attack me first, Thomas. I don't do that. And I would ask the little girl who showed her that while you're in the bedroom, while you're in the living room with me, when I'm sleeping on the couch. You can't prove I wouldn't. And who would hear me if she was awake? My ex-wife wouldn't hear that. Stupid. Sure she would. And that's what would piss her off and set her off too. You know that, right? To try and bring you. If I kept talking about it. Do you think I don't know what she's doing? Sure I do. But that's the point. She's pissed off. Because her plan to get me to have sex with my stepdaughter backfired on her, right? And again, the reason it backfired is I asked her who showed her that, and she heard it too, right? You know what I mean, right? And that's not admitting to anything other than what I'm thinking, not proving, might could happen, right? To where someone is attacking me now, if it's her. It could be anyone, it could be anyone. But of course, it would have to be someone there that night, not someone not there either, right? We know that, right? But then with some mother whose daughter went in there to the stepdad, she's supposed to be aware of that, right? Or not let it happen, right? Right. Now, if she did, and I just asked her who showed her that, what's the big deal? And she said, Grandma, what's the big deal? She don't even know what I was asking her who showed her that to begin with. Specifically. And now, while I would lick my wife's vagina, I would not lick a 4-year-old's vagina. Ever. No temptation there. Now, I can make that up because I normally, when I have sexual intercourse, and most girls I've been with can tell you this, lick the pussy. Sorry. If you don't. Sorry if you've never experienced that and you're a woman. But that again ain't you being with me ever. Nor am I trying to get with you so I can lick your pussy. It's just what I would do with a human. Because I'm not just seeking my pleasure, but hers. The same with Mary Bell. The only time I sought my own pleasure was the last time we had sex together. Like I told you before. Until then, I was just trying to make love to her. This is my other back brace. I hear it. So here's my Walmart receipt. I got 2 donuts, which is $1.16 because they're 58 cents a piece. Right here. I got the toilet paper, which is 60 cents, right here. And I paid $1.88 for both. And the date is, again, what? 01/17/18. The time is what? 13:58. So, that proves I went out and Thomas was home. His vehicle was at home. Only during that time. And I also went to Verizon. Could someone have come into the house and break all 3 buttons on the camera, right? Right. Now, I'm not doing it to prove it to anyone. It's still possible he's involved with it. But the reason I'm not calling the police on you, Thomas, is you might have them wrapped around your finger, dumbass. I know that. See, unlike you, unless I know someone's doing something wrong and I can prove it, I don't accuse them. I don't even know what you're talking about here. Never have. All I know is I'm making up a story for you. Because my wife should know herself to lock the bedroom door or something like that so the child couldn't come in there to me anyway. If I'm sleeping on the couch. You don't know that yourself, Thomas. If your little girl is sleeping in there with you, and you wouldn't know that if he was to go to the bathroom or something, she might wander in there to me, and you would want that to happen. No mother would. Nor would a mother willingly set up her husband to do that. Now, because I'm paranoid schizophrenic, and this is another point, I have to handle it differently than, say, a person who can just say, like my ex-wife, it never happened, right? To the Garden City Police Department back in 2008 to 2010, somewhere around there. Don't remember exactly when, but a little bit after I met Molly and before I met Teresa, maybe. Well, someone called the police department in Garden City and told them about the videos on YouTube acting like it was real, a real confession. And that's the whole point, when it's not. It's a made-up confession. The purpose of making up the confession is to show when I'm somewhere else, and my ex-wife and the child are somewhere else, I cannot control that situation. No man can, right? Only way the child sleeping with the mother can come in there to me is if she sneaks out, unlocks the door herself, and comes in there to meet me, right? Right. Otherwise, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, coaching involves more than one person, though. Could involve Daphne, could involve Sal and his girlfriend, could involve even her mother, right? If she were to say grandma. But I'm the last person she would meet. Alright, all the videos are uploaded now. There too. Now, I can't prove anything but hypothetically. Nor can they. A hypothetical can never be proven. It's a theory. I have this theory, you did this. But it don't prove you did it without what? DNA evidence. Real evidence. Otherwise, like in the Salem Witch trials, anyone can accuse anyone of a crime, whether they did it or not. So what does this say? January 2018. January 1 to 1/17. Now, the reason I uploaded all my videos is what? To show you you've been recording them. Right. And there's no problem with the camera until today.
This sucker just hit my camera when I went to the store. They broke it. It was working fine.
Now, this is just to get whoever's
You're
doing
not
it.
invited in my house. You don't live with me.
And like I didn't see the apartment with Meg Ryan and I think William Baldwin and Michael.
You're not my type, honestly. You have a problem with real life people
I
who
know.
are normal.
And don't know it's a human being breaking my shit. Jesus wouldn't break my shit, idiot. Jesus helps people, not hurts people. Satan hurts people in his men, whatever you want to call yourself. Now, the theory isn't just Jesus is good and Satan is bad, right? The theory is Jesus is trying to teach us to learn to love again. Satan taught us to hate each other and cause other people.
Asshole.
That's the whole
You're
problem.
gonna stop me from showing what an asshole you are when you're an asshole. You can't.
And see, up here is the date, right?
You know what I mean, Terry, right? The buttons
And
are
see, you see
pushed
the
on the
2018, the 01, and the 17.
I don't
This is the time.
shit, motherfucker.
17, 13, 21, right? That's when it was uploaded, by the way. That was after the camera was broken, right? Now this here
It's a power rower, right?
is from
Well, that is for
2018 0113.
It's sort of like a rowing machine, but
It's
like you're doing.
1 hour and 14-minute video, things like that, right?
So
Now see, the thing is, when you attack someone who's innocent, right, you again are not proving they did anything wrong to you, but that you're doing wrong to them, right? Now, this here does say May 2016. But that's because the camera, I can still turn it on and off, dumbass. You didn't hit the top buttons with the side, right? Well, the camera has a stamp. And I've put the card in there to download it, but I can put it back. Whole point there, too. Right. Now, this is how you really collect evidence in a crime anyway. You can't take the word of the mother or daughter if it's after a certain amount of time, too, right? That's the problem there, too, right? See, the reason why you have so much time to report a crime is because after so much time, anyone, if they have a grudge against someone, can make up a story like that. Either way, me or them, right? That's the problem there, too. So, anyway, alright. That's why the version of he said, she said is always different according to the eye of the beholder, right? But he said and she said is nothing more than the battle of the sexes. When the sexes battle, no one wins, because we're supposed to choose who we be with, or not. Right? Daphne can't say she didn't see me as at least someone she considered she should either be with or take advantage of. Either way. By her opinion of me, not knowing anything about me. Now, what kind of woman listens to some paranoid schizophrenic telling her he's one of the two witnesses and shit like that, and marries him within a month, who ain't off her rocker to begin with a little bit? You tell me. And the paranoid schizophrenic is telling he's just looking for someone to marry him, because of what happened between him and his ex-girlfriend too. Was you seen it? And but she bought all that. Just started, her playing. What was that way? No, that's not why I done that. None of this is supposed to be real, Thomas. No one does this in real life. It sounds more like a movie version of Well, see, this is the button, dumbass, that turns the camera on and off. If you're gonna fuck with it, fuck with that first, idiot. See, I'm still trying to help your dumbass. And the problem ain't the button. I can probably still move it. Watch this. See, the button is just to cover the sensor. But I didn't break it, but now that it's broken, I have to do things differently. Right? Let's see if I can even work it. Alright. This is to see if I can move it up or down. Now, if I can't, and you see I uploaded a bunch of videos up yesterday too, right? who broke the camera, me or someone else when I went out, someone else when he went out. That's all I'm establishing. And Thomas has what? Cameras. And again, I already showed you that, right? I ain't gonna keep showing you the same thing over again and over again. This is the new vandalism of my new camera, right? Which I just recently bought and been using. You know that. Because again, this is the only portable camera I got too, right? These other cameras are computer generated cameras. There again too, right? And the thing is, guess what, right? I still gotta get my other tablet back, or they owe me $11 or something, right? That's fine too, right? I don't care about that either, but like I said, they tried to give me a tablet and only charged me $11, but they're supposed to be fixing it, and I ain't heard from them yet. That's Thrift Center, right? That's the point there too. So see, they totally broke this to where I can't even really use it anymore unless I can get to the sensor there. Now, I wouldn't do this to my own camera, right? I'm not that volatile, right? And that's why I was doing the other video on this camera here, too, right? And I also did one before that, right? Right. Now, the first video I did, I was talking about closure, right? And it is an hour, 35 minutes, and 28 seconds. When do you think I did that? When I got
Alright,
home.
everyone, that's me, Shane, me.
And the video has a start time of 3:23:06, right? Now, what time did the receipt say? Around 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock. So that means I was doing something for about an hour, right? Before I went to the video, right? About an hour, 20 minutes, right? Well, I'll show you what I was doing there. I got some new stuff in the mail today. And this too is to help me with my disability. The first thing I got is a back stretcher. What this is for is to help you if you have back problems, right, to reduce the pain, right? And I got back problems. This here is a Keepi. It's an electric figure trimmer. It's electronic. I think this goes probably back and forth. And it's to help you with, I think, the twist. Right? Now, I also got walking skis. They're sort of like skis, but they're for walking. And what it's to do is help you exercise your lower and upper body while walking. So I got that. It also might help me to walk brace a little through the neighborhood, but I can't even get them to tighten up right. Might have to send them back or something, right? They don't work right. And again, my house is not for anyone, not even a retired ensign or lieutenant in the Air Force, to worry about, is it? This is a single man's house, right? A single man's house is usually what? Strode, dirty, not spick and span, especially if you have a bad fucking back. You're not going to let them put all that shit up on the floor, even if it fell down there years ago. You just don't care, right? Because you can step over or stamp on it, right? When you're hurting as bad as I am, you just don't give a shit. Let's be honest. There too. Now, that's all I really need to show you, right? You should understand that by that, and And then I went out and came back, right? And all my stuff was, the camera was smushed to where it's broken now. And now you can see the internal part of the camera too. You can see the thing the button is supposed to match. But even that's not working right anymore, and I can't even mash it right. So that proves someone broke the camera, right? Who? I don't know. Thomas was there when I got back, right? Now, I don't know if he had his cameras on when he's on, right? That's what I'm saying there too. But if he didn't, and someone did it when he was on watch or something, right? You're not saying that either. Who would know that the camera was on or off? Him or someone in his house, right? That's the whole problem there. It's either him or his wife, right? Two people live in that house, not one, not one. That's all I know, that's all I know. Now, she's not supposed to walk across, and there's no way she can do it. Unless she's just saying she's just going for a short walk around the block while I'm out, right? Now, that's not really the problem there, Thomas. The problem is if she went for a short walk, someone came into my house with a key, because I locked the door, and broke the camera. And you can see clearly the buttons are no longer where they were. Now, again, it's a possibility of who it might be, not an accusation to that person either. All I want this person to do is stop doing it. Not mad about it, it's just a fucking camera. It's, broken, right? I don't even know why she's doing it. Well, it's a Sheena or something, and even then, I don't know why she can't get over it, right? I didn't do nothing to her, right? Unless she's just convinced I did, and I don't even know why she would be convinced I did. Unless she just didn't want to have a baby or something, which I would understand that too, right? I know about abortion. I can't do nothing if you try to abort the child on the ship, but I do know this. You have to have a good reason for them to do that, right? As with Daphne, if she wanted to abort Jonathan after the second trimester as well. Sending her daughter in there to me will raise a few flags. I don't know. It's the only way something like that might could have happened, right? Unless the daughter is capable of locking and unlocking the door, which you can't say she's not, right? But again, I don't know. I'm trying to not to accuse anyone like they're accusing me, right? That's all I'm doing, that's all you're doing. I can't witness but what I see. That's true with anyone. That's true with anyone. And I only write to people what I write to people, right? Whole point there too, right? And the problem is what, right? I'm not the one trying to treat anyone. And if Maribel didn't miss her birth control pills, either someone messed with us to where she got pregnant around the same last time she was with me, unless she was with someone around October 3rd. That's what I keep telling her. That's when it looks like Patrick might have been conceived, right? That's all I can tell you, right? Any more or less than that, I don't know. That's based upon his birth weight, though, doing it back to when he might could have been conceived. Now, you were with me really technically 3 weeks before that, right? Not two. No, it was two. I'm sorry. Yeah, perfectly two. So, because we were together the 18th, 19th, and I came back the 20th, right? Right. We didn't have sex on the 20th. You said that was enough, remember that? Right. For now. But like I said, all I'm doing is trying to figure this out. She's the one who told me about Patrick and all that. I didn't even ask, right? Now, only two who could be mad about that is her new boyfriend or something, or new husband, right? But again, I didn't cause what happened between her and him, her and Scott, or her and her new husband either. Now, men usually want to fight men like a man, but they would even bring a gun to an unarmed man's house and try and start shit, right? Well, again, that's still illegal. You're not supposed to be on my property at all with a weapon, right? And again, if someone shows up that way, people normally call the police. Yeah, I call the police on that, right? Someone show up with a gun, right? But someone breaks my camera buttons. This is only a $40 camera. I make over $2,000 a month to $3,000 a month. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about that. That's called letting it go, honey. By the way. Because it's only a material object, right? And I don't know why whoever's mad with me is so mad with me, right? Now I was with like 1, 2, 3, 4 white girls. I think. Try to remember, right? I was with 1 Filipino girl. That's 5. And I was with like 13 African American women, right? If I remember correctly. So the majority of them were African American women. And you know what Mick Jagger says about that. Black women like to what all night? But he ain't got that jazz, right? Now, again, right? I don't have a problem with anything in the past. But if someone's holding a grudge against me, they're doing so without me knowing what I even done to them, right? Same with King or Ben as well, right? That's all I know is those are the only 2 guys, Sheena, I had problems with on the ship, right? And no one, maybe because of them, would work with me, right? And everyone was treating me like I was out to sabotage them or screw them over. Even Robinson, the new guy, who couldn't have even known me either, had already made up his mind that I was going to screw him over when Lieutenant Guzman had wanted to do a test of both of us, and we got to a certain question. I don't even remember what it was, but again, we were trying to figure out the answer together at first, and we both, me and the lead, right, said it was this answer, right? But then, when Lieutenant Guzman asked us, well, are you sure you got the right answer? Do you believe that's right? And we kept saying, well, I believe so. I said, I believe so, right? And then he said, are you sure, right? he was the one saying, in my mind, we had the wrong answer, Robinson. But then the right answer just popped into my mind. If we were doing it as a team effort, and I still answered correctly, I didn't screw you over, dumbass. You see what I mean? I might have embarrassed you the first time, but I didn't screw you over because we were trying to figure out the answer together, right? And then the right answer just what? Popped into my mind, right? Now, did I do that to embarrass you on purpose? No. I really thought the answer was what we both thought it was. We both thought that was the answer, right? But then, when Lieutenant Guzman acted a little weird about it, like we wasn't quite right, you believe, and started questioning the answer we gave, then the right answer popped into my mind, right? And that's when we both got right. Not just me, not just you. You see the difference there between the attitude you had coming in? You acted like I did that to sabotage you. How? We were both trying to figure out the right answer together and both arrived at the wrong answer together. And then after that, by Lieutenant Guzman's response to the answer we gave, I figured, well, what if that's the wrong answer? And then the right answer did pop into my mind, right? And he said, that's right? That's how it really happened. That wasn't to sabotage you. We were both trying to figure it out and both thought it was that answer. That's not sabotaging you. How is that sabotaging you? You agreed yourself, right, to that answer. And then he made me think that answer was wrong. And then the right answer just popped into my mind and I said this answer, right? I don't remember what the answer was. He probably don't either. You probably don't either. But the problem is, if we were trying to figure out together, it's better for one of us at least, if he's acting like it's the wrong answer, to figure out the right answer too, right? Do you understand that logic too? See what I mean? Right. One of us, if we were wrong, and he was acting like we were wrong, had to come up with the right answer, or we were both wrong, idiot. No. As long as one of us, before he released us, came up with the right answer, we were still right. We didn't do anything wrong. We passed the test. Stupid. Did he sanction you or punish you or act like we did something wrong? No. Did you get into any trouble for that answer I gave? No. So what was the repercussion of that? You believed I did it to sabotage you, and you wouldn't work with me anymore, would you? Either. But who put it in your mind, King, that I would sabotage him? King or Ben? Either one could have put that in Robinson's mind that I would sabotage him. Right. And because he didn't want to see it as a joint answer the second time, like I was trying to trick him, or trick Lieutenant Gisborne, and we were both acting like we both had the right answer. And it's only because of the lieutenant's response to the answer that I figured out the answer might be wrong, and then the right answer popped in my mind. That's not screwing you over, dumbass. We were both trying to figure it out together. I just figured it out first? When we got the wrong answer and he acted like it was the wrong answer. You understand? I was in A school before you. That just means I remembered it, right? 2. Not to screw you over, dumbass. Now I gotta call you dumbass. I gotta call you dumbass. Because of the way you looked at it afterwards, and you even said it in front of me. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? I just gave him the right answer. We didn't get in trouble or anything. He didn't say, oh well, you're right, Shane, and Robinson was wrong. And right, I thought we were both trying to figure it out together. Got the wrong answer, and then the right answer popped in my mind. So I thought we both answered correctly, even though I was the first to arrive at the right answer. You don't see that possibility there either? And what did Lieutenant Gisborne say? I know. Did he say, that's right? Right. Yeah, he did. That's it. That wasn't to screw you over or make you look bad, right? We were both trying to figure it out together and both thought that was the right answer at that time, right? Then by his response, he made me think it was the wrong answer. Is that not what happened in reality? Or you're making it up yourself? Anything more than that, I don't know what happened myself, right? But am I lying about that particular interview with Lieutenant Gisborne? Right? No. You got mad because you thought I did it to sabotage you and make you look bad or something in front of the lieutenant. What was it? One of us had to come up with the right answer if we both came up with the wrong answer. That's all that was. You just got mad, I guess. I don't know why. Because I got the right answer after he made me think we had the wrong answer together. Right? Why? Ain't that what we supposed to do, help each other out if we forget something or thinking the wrong answer? That's not trying to help us both out by getting the right answer when he knew it was the wrong answer. And by his response to me and you and the right answer, after I started thinking about it again, popped into my mind just maybe slightly before it might have popped into yours. So I just gave him the right answer. Did he say anything bad to you about me having the right answer? No. So how was that intentional to embarrass you? It wasn't. It's how you're supposed to help each other out if you don't know the answer and give the wrong answer anyway. Say you came up with it first. Should I be mad with you if you got the right answer first, or not allow you to take credit if you did, right? What would you prefer me to do to you if the same thing happened in the reverse order, in other words, right? Say you got the right answer and not me. You think I should be mad with you and say, oh, I knew you would screw me over, or be glad that one of us got the right answer, right? Or were you already sabotaged against me because of Ben or Keen? Know what I mean there too? Were they trying to already turn you against me, right? Saying I'm a this, that, or the other. Whatever they were telling you to make you think what I did was to sabotage you when it was not, right? It was just one of me coming up with the right answer before you did. That's all that was. when we were talking about it and thought the other answer was the right answer too. That's just realizing we were both wrong, and one of us, before we left that room, had to give him the right answer, right? And you should be glad I did. Or we both would have gotten in trouble if neither one of us knew the answer, you know what I mean? You're not looking at it properly. Someone already poisoned your mind that I would sabotage you somehow, and it wasn't me. I didn't know you, and you still didn't know me. And we were just being questioned by Lieutenant Guzman together. And you, for some reason, believed I did that on purpose. How, with no prior preparation? It was sort of a surprise test too, stupid. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Now, we didn't even know what questions he would ask, did we, Robinson? No. How can I sabotage you? Did he say Lieutenant Guzman will give Shane the right answer, and then Shane will trick you or something? And act like he don't know, and then it'll pop into his head or something? That's what you're acting like. Someone told you that me and Lieutenant Guzman are tight like that or something. That's what you're acting like. Well, Ben tried to capture me asleep on watch, and before he touched me, I opened my eyes, right? Which does not mean I was asleep. It means I was just resting my eyes, King. There's a fucking difference, asshole. When you tried to get me for sleeping on watch, too. And didn't test me with the fucking machine until then. Since Leap trained me in how to use it when I first was qualified for it 2 or 3 years ago. You know what I mean, King? That's why I think you and Ben are sabotaging me. You're just out to get me in trouble and off that shit, weren't you? Both of you. You blame me for your electrocution, right? Which you probably don't even remember correctly if you're telling them Lieutenant Guzman wasn't even down there when he was. And I would be the only one to witness that, not you. You would be knocked out by 450 volts, maybe around 10,000 amps, and you think you remember if Lieutenant Guzman was down there or not? You wouldn't. Trust me, I know. A fucking windshield or something worse might have collapsed on my head when I was 16. When you're hit with something that fucking powerful, asshole, you don't remember a goddamn thing, you lying piece of shit. And you can't blame the only person you remember seeing down there, maybe, was me. And then you're blaming me and Lieutenant Guzman, even if you did. What, is this some kind of conspiracy to electrocute you or something? By being the lieutenant? You're insane. You're just looking for a problem, right? And created one with being Lieutenant Guzman, by the way, there too, right? And again, this is closure for everyone. I didn't touch the fucking breaker. I didn't fucking turn it on. I didn't even fucking know where you were at behind the breaker to turn it on, or even know which one to, even if there was a red tag on there, which I'm told not to touch those things. I know, dumbass, not to turn on a fucking red tag breaker. And I wouldn't fucking touch it any goddamn way, or Lieutenant Guzman would have seen me. And then he would have threw me in the brig if I had. That's attempted murder with that kind of bus power. I don't know that, idiot. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And you just don't want to believe me? He told me not to touch anything? I don't know what he did with you when you got there, alright? I don't know if he told you not to touch anything until you got back to the college. Maybe he didn't. Or maybe he wasn't even on the ship when you got there. I don't fucking know. Cause what, King? You were never my friend. You wouldn't even train me when he put me in the motor rewind shop how to use the fucking books or any goddamn thing, you motherfucker. And I'm sick of whoever shit this is who's pulling it. And people letting you get away with it too, alright? Enough of this shit. I don't care if it's King, I don't care if it's Sheena, I don't care if it's Daphne, I don't care if it's Maribel. You're making up shit about me I wouldn't do, alright? Ever. At all. Because you're not, again, over there anymore unless you just got home. I don't know you're not home, or wasn't home when I got home. Or didn't you just go for a walk again and know you weren't home then, right? If you're home, I would look over there, but I don't know if you're home yet, right? That's the point there, too. Now I'm doing what you wanted me to do the other day, looking through the camera. And then you might think, oh, well, he's just waiting a day or two. No, I don't know if you're home, right? See what I mean there? When you were home, though, I was looking over there, right? That's the difference, dumbass. I would face you like a man, but you won't question me like a man, right? You won't interrogate me or ask me questions because you what? Already know the answer. There you go. And I won't answer you any fucking way because I don't know anything else fucking to answer you. No matter what someone else tells you, they think I did, right? Without being an actual witness to it either. If they were, they would have went to the police then, idiot. Because she forced me to pick her up and put her in the bed. She wouldn't, get out the way. And we were arguing. And in the heat of the moment, I picked her up and put her in bed. Whatever. And it's a bed. It's soft. It wouldn't hurt her. No, it fucking wouldn't, you asshole. Oh, no. Even if she said, oh, I think it would hurt me, it wouldn't hurt her. It wouldn't hurt her. A bed is meant to absorb not only your body weight, but people will do what on it? Jump on it. Jump on it. Children jump on it. Adults jump on it. Even if it's a child's bed, right? Yeah, for a man to sleep in when she got there, right? But had she not started that shit, and the second shit, hopefully not the third though, I don't know, right? But those two shit is why I left her, right? I was trying to move back to base anyway, and third shit wouldn't even matter. I was on my way out, right? Sleeping on the couch for a week, Thomas. She can't tell you, unless she's lying, where I slept. And I'm telling you a different story if she told you I slept with her, right? She's lying. She's lying. And I'm accusing her and calling her a liar if she says I wasn't sleeping on the couch, right? And that's always been my story when I wrote my blog, too. I was sleeping on the couch. I jokingly said I could have molested her, but didn't. Right. Didn't is the denial, all right? Not the could've. That's a joke. And that was several years after all that shit, too. About 9 to 10. Even could have happened, right? The only reason I did that is I'm hearing about different shows coming out on the NBC, different channels. And I'm a TV buff right then. Now and always. Because I'm now officially disabled. I cannot work a normal job, right? And you cannot work a part-time job and live off a part-time job. No one can. Unless you pay me enough money to cover all my expenses, I can't do that, right? And you don't want to pay me anything either. You don't want to work me right. You don't want to work me according to my disability either. Not you or Tim or anyone else, right? If you don't work me right, I can't work for you, right? If you don't respect my disability, I'm showing you how to that what happened, right? I can't make that shit up unless you're accusing the Navy or the VA of doing it. But this is what it shows you, right? This is Memorial, a fucking hospital here. You cannot fake your own x-rays by going to a hospital. I don't even know fucking how to do that. And you gotta act, and you can't prove I do, right? But like I told you, you can't get my records, only I can, right? You don't have a reason to subpoena anyone for my records. And certain records are not even in the system anymore, especially my car accident. Thanks for stealing my paperwork on that. The only paperwork on that I had, right? And I can only get paperwork. I can't get the x-rays or CT scans anymore, right? And they did it all. They did it all. I just don't remember a goddamn thing about that either. For almost 2 days, I'm in a semi-conscious blackout state, right? So don't tell me I don't know people can be blacked out and not even fully conscious. I know that. And anything more, I'm guessing too. There's no way I'd have a sex with any child consciously. And the child would have to be on top if I'm semi-conscious. And you know what I mean there too, right? Or somehow talking me into it, but then the mother would have to knock me out or something afterwards either. Now, I know a 4-year-old cannot talk me into having sex with her, nor could Daphne if she did anything at all like that. Not a 4-year-old, Maybe a 12-year-old, under certain circumstances, might. If she was being molested by someone else, could talk me into it. But the only reason I wouldn't remember it is the mother knocked me out. Not for my sake, but for who really molested her. Not me, her ex-boyfriend, who when I got back was there. Now you telling me that little girl, she came in there to me, didn't tell me all that shit, right? Probably she did, probably she did. And probably she taught me into having sex with her. I don't know. But the thing is what? I'm not trying to be with her, I was only trying to be with the mom, right? And I didn't know anything about what was going on with the mom and the boyfriend either. But again, if the little girl was coming there to me in the middle of the night, she would tell me that probably, right? She would probably try to talk me into having sex with her ourselves, and I wouldn't even mention that, And the reason she would do so is she's afraid the other boyfriend would move back in with the mom and try to molest her all over again, because the mom does not have a good job. She don't have any real support from family or friends. It's not really the mom's fault, right? But it is the ex-boyfriend's fault, right? By putting her in there where she felt more comfortable being with me, a white man, than him, a black man, right? And that's the point too, right? But I'm still just sleeping on the couch when I went to sleep. Same possible scenario with Daphne's child. Because I'm sleeping on the couch because me and Daphne got into a fight. My mom knows it. Her mom knows it. Her husband knows it. We all fucking know it. But whoever's attacking me now. Now they might be trying to use this as an excuse, right? To attack me. But there's nothing you can prove, right? If I'm sleeping on the couch that I did anything with her anyway. Because she would have to wake me up. And unless coached by someone in authority, a child does not do that. You cannot say not at all, right? Either there's one reason alone that she would go in there on her own, and that's that she was coached to. Someone taught her to before she even met me, right? And I'm the last person she met. Not even the first. And I'm the last person she could have done that with. And, not the first. The first person who's trying to pin it on me is the problem. Not me. Now again, everyone knows, and you all know this, when a husband and wife normally get into the fight, right, and they have been in somewhat of a good relationship, nothing too bad, what does the husband normally do? Sleep on the couch. Until the wife either invites him back to the bedroom, or he'll give her so long to say she's sorry. If not, he'll do what? Move! Daphne, Sal, or Grandma and Grandpa. Only people that could be involved. My mom was raising my sister in Georgia, right? She would have to drive up to Georgia to meet Daphne or something. Or maybe she'd talk to her about, I don't know. Talking about it, though, ain't as bad as doing it, right? There again, either. And like I said, it's still sort of a conspiracy if it involves anyone in my family or hers, right? That's called a conspiracy. And to get someone who's mentally ill to have sex with a 4-year-old, right? Which is what they're going for. But the only reason they would do that is what, right? They not only want me out in the picture, because that's a felony and would put me in jail, they also want my son maybe out in the picture. And maybe to abort him too. I don't know. But the only way you can convict someone of that too is with DNA evidence, right? Of a 4-year-old having sex with him, right? You know what I mean? Or him, this 4-year-old. Well, a 4-year-old normally is what? A virgin? Who's she supposed to fuck? Her grandpa or her dad? She wouldn't do that, would she? Or her uncle? Or some other male family member? But I couldn't have fucked her first, right? I only could have fucked her maybe last, right? You know what I mean too, right? If a 4-year-old is not a virgin, someone else fucked her, right? And that's why I'm afraid to be with Amanda either way. Even now, I don't know if she's a virgin, right? And I want to marry a virgin anyway. That's to keep her away from me. She's not one, but I didn't fuck her. Ever. And the only way I could have is if it happened around the time of the fall, like I said, which is still 3 weeks later before I moved back to Barracks, right? When the only night it could have happened was when she got back from her dad's. But you can't lie about that. If you're all lying, and I'm the only one telling the truth, you can't prove your lie, right? All it is he said, she said, they said, we said. But I said something different, right? And maintain my story, right? Whoever's attacking me don't like my story. I don't give a damn what you like. I can't tell you what I don't remember happening, right? And you can't make me remember something that never happened either. Blacking out means you're not in your right mind either. Even if I were to. Blacking out means someone's taking advantage of me. Like whatever happened in the hospital. They're doing their routines, but I don't remember what they did, right? And that was for almost 2 days. It wasn't until I got out of the hospital either that I became fully aware again. Remembering everything before the accident too. Even little Roddy when I went there, right? You know that too, right? Right. And what was going on, right? Up to that point where I blacked out in my mind there again and woke up in the hospital and then blacked out again until I left the hospital and then was released finally. And then I came fully to again and went back with my mom and went back to school and tried to finish the 11th grade, right? The first time. That's when I sort of had the absences and the sleeping problem. I think. After the wreck. So you think someone can be in a car wreck and not affect them at all? Also, what happened? The burglary charge. But that was because of who? Your stepbrother, my stepbrother Mark. Who might have been helping little Roddy out. I don't know. There again too. A conspiracy is where someone is injured severely, someone ain't injured at all, and again, both of them should have been injured in the wreck, right? Not one or the other, if they both went down into the area together, right? Down that road. I was going to drop him off where? At Vivian's house, right? What happened after I got to that road and started going down it? I blacked out, right? Whole thing. Wake up in the hospital, and mom telling me what happened, and again. Then after that, I blacked out again, right? Even if I was interacting with them, I was not fully aware of what the hell I was doing for almost 2 days, right? That's still not me consciously breaking the law, right? I'm not trying to, I don't know what's going on. I'm letting them take care of it, right? They're putting me through their normal routine. They're feeding me breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and things like that, right? And I probably left shortly after lunch, right? Around 1:50 p.m., right? That's all I know. That's all you know. I don't even remember what I had from them. Can't tell you that. But I probably did, right? But I might not have either. I don't remember. And you cannot force someone to remember something they don't see the same, right? Nor change their story if someone else is telling you a different story. That's just he said, she said, right? And even if it is my wife, you gotta realize, if she said grandma at all, and I was to ask her something, right? At all, who would look suspicious then? Not just her, grandma, her mother, and her would look like they coached the daughter and wanted her to try and have sex with me, right? You know what that means legally, right? Right. If she said grandma, and I still tell you I'm making it up because I don't remember. But if she did, right, and I know I have to ask her who showed her that period, and she's in there with me on the couch, and I were to do that, would it not freak her out? And she heard her say that herself if she was awake and trying to set me up with it. Like I said, you would normally think she might say her mom, right? Anyway, if she just sent her in there to me, right? But she said grandma, right? And that's why I'm making up different scenarios right there too. She could have woke me up in my face with her crotch being in my face. Number one. Number two, I could have waved her over there to me and she came in there and put her crotch in my face. Number three is more different and the only other possibility that might could happen too, right? Number three is where I go over there to her, right? And then she follows me into the room, right? Only three things we all know I personally could do in that situation, right? Right. Which one I did, I wouldn't remember. Why? Head trauma 3 weeks after 3 weeks after 3 weeks after. And you're trying to make me remember this, right? Well, all you're doing is making me guess what I might could have done, not prove what I could have done. It's not a confession of what I did. I'm guessing, right? Different possible things I might could have done, because you keep saying I did something. Well, what did I do? What did I do? I'm trying to say what I might could have done if the child is responsive enough and didn't say nothing, even if you were to say grandma showed her that too, right? Because like I said, right? When someone's in there with you, first thing you gotta do is what? Ask her who showed up. And I still know that, right? From Dr. Phil and Oprah, right? Because who's acting abnormal? The girl, right? I don't know about pedophilia by then, sure. That's someone else coaching her. If it is, someone else is wanting the new stepdad to try and have sex with the daughter, who I have no clue. And I never will, because I know what I would do, right? And I'm supposed to do, right? I might even should have called the police, but didn't think about that at the time either. Might would have saved me some headache later on down the road myself, right? And the reason I probably wouldn't think about it is what? I know. I'm half asleep still, don't even remember it fully, and you're trying to make me, right? What might could have happened, right? Well, Daphne cannot tell you one story, and me another completely different, and you prove either story, right? Because then it's just her possibly making up a story, or me possibly making up a story. And that's what I'm telling you I'm doing, right? Except for one little part. You were always sleeping for a week, or 4 to 5 days, right? Or 4 to 7 days, somewhere in there, right? That's all I know for sure might could have happened. Now, the Navy knows when I move back to base. I do not, right? If it was the, I forgot what the dates were again. Sorry about that. I really did her. So she did. Sorry, I don't have Alzheimer's either, but again, you don't remember things you don't keep, aren't important to you either. Because those dates are just possible dates before I moved back to base. And like I said, it was the end of September or August, and I fell in September 15th, right? And yeah, I have 2 head traumas, right? One before and one 3 weeks later, right? Now, unless, like I said, someone attacked me there, we talked about there, no one else would have even conceived the idea, right? There's only 3 ways this could be getting out now, right? One is someone coached her, besides Daphne and her family. The other is Daphne was asleep, right? And she just came in there on her own for some reason, right? Which, and say grandma, maybe. And again, the other is grandma and Daphne sent her in there to me. Those are the only possibilities that might could have happened as well. But again, there's a 4th, right? And that's if someone started badgering me about it when I fell, right? But the only way they can do that is if I landed the fall and they freaked out over the height. And went batshit on me for some reason because of that, right? And all I would tell them is training, right? There again, too. You know the SEALs and the martial artists train, and certain things, are fictional, but certain things are real, like gymnastics. That's real. Ice skating, that's real. The Olympics, that's supposed to be real. Right? Right. Gymnasts can really, do the Iron Cross and all that shit on the rings, right? And they can really do the pommel horse, and they can really do the, females do the balance beam, right? And again. But I'm not trying to have sex with the females. I just am attracted to females and like them when they do the gymnastics. I don't even know the girls, right? And I don't, ain't like I'm going to approach, for example, Sean Johnson or anyone. I don't know them, right? They're on TV, right? To me, that's just as fictional as trying to meet Catherine Zeta-Jones or anyone in the movies, right? Cause what? That's stalking. That's stalking them. And I've never stalked anyone, celebrity or an ex-girlfriend, beyond trying to figure out why she broke up with me in the first place. What happened? And she's still not telling me or talking to me from her possible problem, right? I don't know what's going on with me, and she won't open up to me what happened to her, right? And I hate seeing her since that night. The last time I saw her was when I left her ship and went to mine, and we left the port. I didn't even see her or wave goodbye to her except on the ship when I left, right? And we sort of kissed goodbye or hugged goodbye or something. I don't remember specifically, but it's one or the other, but. And then I never seen her again, right? Maybe that was her in the club out in that with some African American boy, right? But if it was her, I'm like, well, I don't care. I'm not saying you can't move on from me, silly. Even in the prophecy, that's to try and make you make better decisions. Know what I mean? Because I don't want you to treat me like I raped you or you me, right? When I didn't. We had what I thought was a consensual sex outing under a tree, right? I don't know if that freaked you out and you thought about, Adam and Eve and shit like that, having sex and eating yourself. But if they did, they didn't talk about it in my church. And I didn't find out about it until I read the Gnostic Gospels anyway, that Adam and Eve could have had sex with Satan, right? And guess what? It might would be both, right? Adam did confess to eating of the cheese fruit too, right? Not this Adam, but that Adam. That's all I can think of. And of course, it looks like it's being hid too. Uh-oh. Alright. That's enough right now. Another hour and a half video.